All right, it is Wednesday, August 19th, 6:30. This Fans View live, and we got the three amigos tonight. We got Carl, John, and myself. We're going to finish up 25 and move on to 26. What do you got, John?
Well, tonight we had this week we had another big week. We had almost 1,400 votes again this week. Jim Thome won for number 25, Gentleman Jim. Beat out Tommy McDonald, which was a little bit of a surprise, I thought, just for the time of service for Jim Thome compared to Tommy McDonald. But both guys are very well welcomed. And Keith Primo was third, and he had over 286 votes. So he didn't have a bad showing either. Just a bad matchup for him with a couple guys in front of him.
All right, it's enough. Let's talk Flyers.
All right. I know we got a big
I'm
matchup.
only kidding.
We got a big
kidding.
matchup. Big
I'm
matchup
only
at 8 o'clock. Which we have plenty of time to talk about that, which we will tonight. This week, though, we're going to have a very good matchup, and a lot of people have been looking forward to this one. Lot of
one guy especially.
Yes. Yep.
There he is.
There he is. And we got personal favorites from Lauren with Kyle Korver, and of course Jack with the Brian Propp, and who can't love Chase Utley. So we'll start off right there with the Phillies with Chase Utley, the 08 World Series champ, 6-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, and ironically enough, he was traded 5 years ago today, on 2015 today. Was the date that he was traded, and we happen to be putting him up there for his number to be winning tonight. His first hit was a grand slam at the Vet Stadium, and he was also the last out at the Vet Stadium. He ended up striking out at the Vet Stadium to close out the stadium. And then for the Sixers, or for the Eagles, we have Lito Shepherd, 2-time Pro Bowler, and first team All-Pro in 2004. He had 19 interceptions and 3 TDs. And then for the 76ers, we have that Kyle Korver. Man, that guy had nice hair. And he was a 3-point specialist, an NBA All-Star when he left here. 5 seasons with the Sixers. Had a 41.8 field goal percentage while he was here with the Sixers. A guy that's got 3-point range as soon as he walks in the room, into the gym. Then we have our favorite Flyer, Brian Propp, 5-time All-Star, WHA Rookie of the Year. And
It's only an hour show. It's only an hour show, Jack.
And we're talking playoffs right now. This guy, he has records coming out of his everywhere out of his sticks with playoff. Got the most assists by a left winger in the playoffs with 84. Most points by a left winger in a playoff with 148. Most assisted in one playoff Stanley Finals game with 4. Most points by a rookie in the Stanley Cup Finals. You name it, this guy's got the record in the playoffs for scoring. And then for the outsider, we have that Wade Boggs, the Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glover, 8-time Silver Slugger, a batting champion 5 times, and 3,000 hits. But he's played with Boston, so we'll leave it at that.
Nice player, though. Real nice player.
No, he definitely was.
I mean?
Yep.
And
Yep.
we added the outsider to the mix, for a couple different reasons. And somebody posted today on the page, excuse me, how did Roberto Clemente win 21? Well, I mean, I understand it's a Philly show, but we added the outsider, to the show, to the contest, for reasons just like that, because there was no real stable number 21 for a Philly sports guy. I mean, we could have left it that way, but we just wanted to make it more interesting.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's Wade Boggs doesn't have a snowball's chance. Neither does Vito Shepherd. Neither does Kyle Korver.
Right.
It's gonna come down to Chase Utley and Brian Propp, and I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think.
Chase Utley's the man.
No doubt.
Harry
He is the man. You're absolutely right. But
No doubt.
when it comes to Flyers hockey and who's rolling the page right now, Jack Broder's got a lot of work.
Well, he can only vote one time though, so
He got a lot of friends.
He's got a lot of friends. I'm sure he can be very persuasive when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So-
Oh yeah.
For the record, Jack was invited onto the show tonight so that he could, fight for his guy. But unfortunately, somebody's got to pay the rent and he has to work. So I wanted Jack to come on and do his thing because Proper is his guy. You know what I mean? And there's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
So,
And if it wasn't any other number other than 26, he would probably be winning it. It's one of those, just like
So
with Tommy McDonald. Just a tough matchup.
let me throw this at you. What if there's a tie?
Oh.
Well, if there's a tie, it depends on our votes.
But what if there's still a tie? What if there's still a tie?
There can't be because there's an odd number of people. There's 5.
Yeah, and we know Lauren's already going for Kyle Korver, so.
Okay, so
I don't know that. I don't know that Anthony gave us
a vote.
Gave us his pick, but I'm sure Mr. Baseball would have went with Chase. He would have went with Chase Utley. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah,
So,
of course.
And
then Mario. So we'll lead into that. We'll jump in and see where we're at. With the rest of
This one was really tough for me because I'm a huge Chase fan, but I've got to meet Prop a couple times, and just looking at everything he's done, I'm going Prop.
There you go.
Yeah. I mentioned that to you guys earlier today, and I kind of thought about it throughout the day, going back and forth, but I got to go Prop. Sorry.
So if we had Chase Utley on the show, you would have possibly gone there.
No. No. That has something to do with it, but all in all, I think Prop's the man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Yeah, like I said, either guys, you can't go wrong with either one.
Right.
Carl, who do you have?
26.
Winner.
This is tough. This is really, really tough.
Pulling a
we all enjoyed, the 08 World Series. We enjoyed Chase's career as well as, Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, Carlos Ruiz. I mean, that's our team, and right. I mean, it was a long time. We had a lot of bad years in Philly baseball, just like we've had a lot of bad years in Flyers hockey, With all that being said, I'm going Brian Propp.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Can't go wrong.
Besides, he's going to be at the store September 19th. How the hell would I look if I go with Chase Utley and I got Brian, how am I going to sell any tickets?
Oh, that's a side of it you had to look into as well.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But seriously, Chase is the man. The speech at the inside the stadium was priceless. It still is. It's a tough one. It's an absolute.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not at all.
But Prop's such a good guy. You know what I mean? He's always treated us like with the utmost respect. He comes on the show. He'll do anything we ask. Like I said, it's Brian Brown's calling me a shrewd businessman.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. Brian Propp it is. Johnny, what do you got?
Well, like you said, it's a tough one. It comes down to Chase and Brian Propp, and my allegiance, like you said, is more towards the baseball.
Sure.
I'm sure it'll give us something to talk about when Prop's in the store. You'll be ripping me. He's the guy that didn't vote for you. but I'm going with Chase. Like you said, I mean, it's close. I mean, for both of them. But like you said, when you're talking that 08, that run there in 08, he got us the World Series championship, and unfortunately, the time with Prop, we didn't get a Stanley Cup. Not his fault by any means, but because both of them are right there, Hall of Famers as well. Not in yet, but should be right knocking on the door there.
How long does Prop have? How long does Prop have before he's no longer eligible? Is there a limit on that?
I don't think hockey does have a limit.
Good.
Yeah, they've got something, and then it rolls over into the the seniors, and they've got it. It's so political. I mean, you think baseball's bad?
Oh,
hockey's
believe
even
me.
worse.
I'm sure they're all political at some point. We can start a petition, get him in there.
Oh yeah, no, definitely deserving. It's you just look at all the stats that the records that he has for his position. I mean, what else more can you do? Chase Utley, 5 home runs in the World Series in 09. Most, tied with Reggie Jackson for the most.
All right, so let's dive into this a little bit, right? Absolutely, you're going 26. Your walls are peppered with Chase. I mean, that's a dead giveaway, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, let's dive into this. And Ryan Hannigan's a friend of mine. He's a friend of the show. He may not be after this, but Prop was a great player, but not in the same class as Chase.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I positively do not agree with that.
I didn't think you would.
The only thing that Chase is holding is a World Series trophy, and Brian, doesn't have a Stanley Cup to his resume.
Right.
Brian's a Canadian guy. Came from Canada, came from the farm. He gave us the whole backstory. His father was a minister. Stayed here in South Jersey. Works for the Flyers. He's an ambassador to not only the NHL, but to the Philadelphia Flyers. I think he's a very classy individual. Chase couldn't wait to get out of Philadelphia, when his career was over. Am I right, John?
I guess so. I mean, but you hear him from the speech. I mean, he praised us, and went on his retirement night back here last year. So Philly's a tough spot as far as he was an outsider from he's a California kid, and he had an opportunity to the Phillies traded him to the Dodgers, and it worked out for him there, and as far as playing for his hometown team, and but yeah, I don't know. I think he still has a lot of love for Philly though, personally.
I don't doubt that he doesn't, but I mean. It's an act of Congress for him to come back to Philly. You know what I mean? He's just not, he's just not devoted to his city, that coveted him for all those years. And, for crying out loud, we kissed his ass as fans.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Even when he came back as a Dodger.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And I'm not here to bash Chase Utley. This isn't what this is all about. You know what I mean? No, we're not moving to the next topic. Ryan Patty, you brought it up, and you're gonna take your licks just like the rest of us.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely everybody has their favorite, so it's going to be and you got two big guys here battling it out this week. This may be the biggest number contest yet. I think it's going to be that close. I really do. Yeah.
You could just read the board and you could tell.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's starting already.
Oh yeah.
You know.
It's going to be like Schmidt and Tockett for number 22 all over again.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want about Schmidt tonight. They're not on.
God.
I think at one time Schmidt might have worn number 26. We'll have to look into that somewhere.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
You know, but
I'm sure Chase Utley wore number 24 in Reading also.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. You know, but yeah, no,
Chase is very deserving, very loving, character guy. You know, super. He was great. There's no doubt about it.
No,
you know what I mean?
I think he might edge it out, but I think it's going to be close.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. You know, and when you have two guys this caliber, that's when the numbers just go through the roof.
Right.
You know, as far as the votes, because you know you can see the trends with all the votes that how they go, and once you get two favorites, fan favorites on here, it really drives the boards. So yeah, it'll definitely be a good one. And like I said, you can't go wrong with either one,
Right.
no matter who wins. You know, that's what makes Philly great. We have a lot of good talent.
So great segue for Philly sports. Today was a big day.
Yes, it is.
Tonight is a big night. The Sixers are on now. They're live, just in case anybody cares.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully they can squeak out one tonight and tie that series up. Interesting. You could sit here and talk about that team for hours and not be able to figure them out.
Coaching is the problem.
I didn't think it was for the longest time, but I'll tell you what, in watching that last game, Brett Brown has lost his mind.
Yeah.
You know, he just positively has lost his mind. I don't know how you don't get the ball in the hands every time down court in the hands of the big man.
Right.
You know, the offense has got to get run through him to have any chance. Nothing down low, kick it back out. But I don't know. Does he survive if they don't make the playoffs?
No.
Brett Brown,
I don't think so.
Nope. No, and there's no excuse with Ben Simmons. It's just he's got to go. We've been saying it on the show now for a year and a half now. I mean, it's he's been a problem, and it's just Groundhog's Day all over again. When it comes to the playoffs, it's you go up against Boston and boom, you get shut down. Hopefully the Howard injury to Boston might help us out here a little bit. But
they still have no one to stop Tatum. They have no one.
No, I mean, the only one that stopped Tatum is us, as far as not drafting him. We gave up an extra first round pick to get him too.
Man, Ryan Hannigan is fired up. He must have had a bad cigar today somewhere along the line. He is fired up. I will drive Ben Simmons to the airport. The airport to get him to Orlando to get him back in the lineup? Is that what you're?
No, I think they get him out of town. That's my guess.
He's not a Ben Simmons fan, huh?
I don't. Just a little bit.
Wow, Ryan is fired up.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody, and I guess that's the end of our Sixer talk that lasted all of about a minute and a half.
Oh yeah.
All they deserve.
A minute too long. The way they've been playing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Are they at least winning right now?
Yeah, they are 11-5.
There you go. That won't last long.
Wait for the last 2 minutes. Wait for the last 2 minutes of the game.
The last fourth quarter when they give up 60 points in the fourth quarter.
Michael Taylor, I'm going to go pee while we're wasting time on the Sixers. Everybody is fired up tonight. I love it.
God.
This is what Philly sports will do.
How often do you have basketball, baseball, and hockey all playing at the same time. You don't.
You don't.
You can thank COVID-19 for that.
Right. You know,
And the Eagles are starting as well. So
right.
So you got all four.
Yeah,
four
don't
going.
even bring that up. We lost Miles Sanders today already.
So, all right.
What happened?
Lower body.
Lower body injury.
We're going hockey. Don't let go. Lower body.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Everybody loves hockey.
Yeah. Lower body week to week.
Yeah.
A lot of other guys had some lower body injuries that were day to day, but Miles is week to week.
So Belinda's going to give us the Embiid update. 7 points. He's 3 for 3. So I guess he's got it in his head tonight to play.
About time, don't you think?
Till somebody hits him hard and he starts crying.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. You know, he's just.
All right. So when did the Flyers come on? 8:00?
8 tonight. Yep.
So the hockey update is Boston has beaten Carolina, so that series is over. So we've got the Islanders, Washington tomorrow night, and then we've got Philly and Montreal tonight. And we could be moving on to the next round, hopefully by Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday. Yep. Yep.
So,
because Tampa already won, and they moved on.
If I remember correctly, Carl, you called Flyers in 5, right?
I did.
Yes, we did.
I did. Yep. I think a lot of people picked the Flyers in 5. I got a few messages after they got blown out 5-0. If I still wanted to stand behind that, and I do.
Right.
And you know, they had their bad game. They got it out of their system. You know, it's they're a well-oiled machine right now. They're playing well, and their top players aren't even performing.
Right.
Correct.
So, you know, you guys want to kick around, you know, Drew and well, Jake had a goal the other night, but you know, Drew and Coots have kind of, I don't know, you know, they're spending an awful lot of time chasing the puck and clearing the puck because of the pressure from Montreal.
Right.
So, but
I've been impressed with their speed. And
yeah.
The speeds, you know, and we said that I messaged you 2 minutes into the game on game 2. You know, they look like they didn't bring they didn't have their skates sharpened. I mean, it was, you know, they were so slow that you could just see it. It was like, what happened to this team?
John, I told you before the show started, I had a bad feeling about game 2 before it even started. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't as far as that, but I mean, you could just see it the way they were moving out there. Montreal was just flying around in game 2, and Flyers looked like they, you know, didn't have skates on. I mean, they were so slow.
Well, I will tell you, if they don't have heart, they don't win those last 2 games.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean that's a given.
And the goalie played well too. Oh, you meant that Hart.
Oh, John.
I thought you were talking about Lauren Hart and Gene Hart.
Exactly. You know, but I mean, he's been a brick wall back there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everywhere he turns, he's in the right position right now. I mean, you know, let's knock on wood and keep him going. I mean, they've been moving the puck side to side, and you know you're looking at the screen and you're like, well, they got an open net, and then boom, he's right there and it's hitting them right in the chest, you know, and it's just like, and they're befuddled. I mean, you know, they don't know what's going on, you know, because they can't get them, and you know, Price has been playing a good game, but you know, the Flyers have just been. I've been really impressed. I don't know if it's the new coach and everything. You know, where do they get the skill guys at? You know, picking corners. I mean, we never seen a Flyers team, you know, picking corners left and right. You know, I don't know if we've seen 2 shots the whole series that hit Price square in the chest. I mean, which is unheard of for the Flyers. You know,
so We got a question on the board. Important question mark. Where is my child and future son-in-law?
How does she not know where they are?
I guess her daughter and future son-in-law did not check in today. So they had a prior dinner arrangement and they forgot about the date. So be it. They got a dinner arrangement, and we don't have to listen to them argue tonight. which has become part of the show, by the way. That's,
of course.
That's pretty damn funny. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah.
So
Did it continue after the show?
Oh, of course.
I have no idea. I hope not, for his sake.
Carl turned the screen last week, and I was able to watch a little bit. And I had the ring cards going. I was the ring guy, walking around because it was going on. It was pretty good. I was almost ready to drive down to Ocean City there just to watch the rest of it. It was entertainment. We didn't have nothing else going on.
But you talk about a game Friday. We were out fishing on Friday. I cut it short, came home early, got myself prepared, and boom, that game was over before I sat down and cracked a cold one.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You didn't catch any fish, and the Flyers got smoked.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you at least had a cold beer afterwards.
Several.
There you go.
Several cold beers. That was an ugly game. Very ugly game. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't need to see any more of that ugliness the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean that could be the key though. It got them woken up and realized because they were rolling there going into that. What was it, 4 or 5 games in a row that down in the bubble that they won there, and it gave them a little bit of cold water slapped in the face, and hey, let's wake up, got to play,
Let's get back to number 79 a bit because he's obviously as Jack Bruder would say, he's the best Philly sports athlete in this town right now. Do we all agree on that?
I would not argue that one bit.
Yeah, I mean, right now you can't.
You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
And he just turned what, 22?
Yeah. Yeah, we were half joking. He was out partying probably for his 21st. That's why they did it slow. I'm like, the guy got old.
I don't know that he's even had a beer out in public yet.
I don't know. But Michael Taylor brought up a good point. Their coach had a heart attack. I think that gave him motivation for this game. So I kind of agree with that. But I'm telling you, if he slacks off a little bit, they're done in the last 2 games. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody's been playing good, but he's made some saves that I just could not even fathom doing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, like I said, I still going with the partying theme because they were just so strong. I mean, no, they were.
That's a possibility. That is a very good possibility.
They were skating like they were hungover. I mean, it was just they weren't even there. It was night and day how much faster. And then since then, the past 2 games, how much faster they gotten back. And of course, the person that could pick the corner, Brian Propp, according to Jack. But yeah, he's got to hear that comment out there.
He's only the best damn player not in the Hall of Fame. So
right, Chase Utley could hit either corner too. Just saying.
He just liked taking guys out at second base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, play tough. But
Belinda wants to know if Hart's playing tonight.
Hart is in goal tonight.
That's what I thought. I don't think they're going to take him out, at least not now.
Hart is in goal tonight. You got to run that hot hand.
Oh, absolutely. And when's Oscar started slotted to play?
He's not.
He's not.
He's just practicing with the team.
Okay.
I think it's going to probably take a few weeks for him to get his legs and get back in play in shape.
Right.
But Jack brings up a great point about motivation for the team with Oscar. That's huge. Yep. He's sitting in the stands, and the TV camera pans to him 3-4 times a night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The other night there was I forget the play, but I believe there's a penalty called, and he just he threw his arms up, and he was as frustrated as we were. I'm like, all right, he's a fan too.
Yeah.
But that's a big motivation for the team. It has to be.
Yeah.
So
I think they said September when the whole thing was starting back, that there's a possibility in September that he can come back.
So what would that be? The finals if we get that far?
Well, it'll probably be the end of no, because today's the 19th. Probably the next round. So the conference finals. Conference finals and finals would probably be, if he can, as long as he can able to skate, he's been skating with them, so hopefully he gets his legs under him, and then hopefully for the finals and the conference finals and the finals, he'd be able to sneak in there and get us the last 8 games, the last half of the playoffs. But again, who you take out to pull them in? Everybody's playing well right at the moment.
Well, you now have healthy scratches for both JVR and Shane Gostisbehere, right? You got those guys are healthy scratches, and,
right?
We used to look at them and we're like, you can't take him out of the lineup. What the hell are you doing? Now they're consistent, healthy scratches.
Yep.
So
Michael Raffle came back big. Was a little scare there. You thought it might have been a broken ankle or whatever, but he's back. He had a nice goal to start us off yesterday.
There is so much there. The Flyers are stacked with good young talent for a lot of years. So if things can keep keep rolling, you got your goalie, you're set.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been looking for that next number one for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, he's definitely looking good. And that's the biggest key. He's young, he's here. So like I said, and plus everybody else is deep and young. It's a bright future for the Flyers, which is good to see.
Yep.
Because who knows with the Sixers as far as futures go. Like we were talking earlier, Carl.
They'll write them off just yet. They're up 13 tonight. It looks like they came to play early anyway.
Yeah, it's still early. It's early. Let me know in the second half.
So Joe Singer wants to know if we're going to see Elliott anytime.
I hope not.
Sure don't look like it.
Yeah.
If Hart keeps playing this way, and I can't see taking him out of the lineup.
No, I mean, even in a series when you're up 3-1 or something like that, to throw him in for a game, if
wouldn't tonight be that night?
Tonight, that's what I was just going to say. With the back-to-backs, tonight wouldn't be the.
But would you do that in the first series? I don't know if I would.
Well, any of the series you wouldn't. I mean, if you're going to do it, you would do it in this first series,
right?
Because obviously you're playing better talent as you go further along, ideally, or respectively. But I mean, the only reason you would give them a shot is because you're playing, in a different atmosphere, which. AV already got him a game already in the bubble during preseason, so he should be, used to that environment. But no, I mean, and plus he already got a little bit of experience, having to come in that game too, when Hart was getting a little bit of a,
right.
And it wasn't his fault. It was just, he got a lot of breakdowns in front of him. But No, I don't think you see Elliott at all. I mean,
how good can this team really be once you get all three lines rolling? You get scoring at the top. You know, I mean, this team is stacked. They really are.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of good young players with the mix of veterans. I just see them dominating. I know there's some good teams out there. You know, the Islanders are in this pretty much the same boat. The Lightning are strong.
So that's my question. Which team would you not want to see them go up against?
I don't know. You're going to have a choice. You know what I mean? The Lightning are sitting waiting, so they're already resting up.
Right.
Right.
Was that good or bad though?
I don't think it would matter for them. As
Really?
far
I think
as,
I think an extra day or two rest, for as many games as they've been playing, is a good thing.
Right. Okay.
And they do reseed, so I mean, Tampa's the 2 seed, so you're not going to play them next round anyway.
No, you're probably going to see the Islanders, correct?
Well, if they beat the Capitals, yeah.
Right, and they're up 3-1.
Yeah, right. And which is what it looks like it's going to be. So yeah, you'll be getting them. To be honest, like you said, I mean, I don't fear any of the teams.
Boston always gives you a fit. You know what I mean? With with their style and
Yeah, but with having Hart there, it takes the pressure off. And then like you said, and not that means that they're going to win the Stanley Cup by saying you don't fear any team, but it's not like this year with the Sixers. You're like, oh, you're not going to beat this team. You're not going to beat that team. Like,
is that one of those insert team name here?
Well, yeah, I mean, Boston's not a good matchup for them,
right.
Or hasn't been in the past. But I mean, Boston's the least of their worries that they have to worry about. That's just round one. But
right.
For
so you're looking at Boston, the Islanders, and Tampa.
Right.
and the Flyers. They're going to be your you're going to be your 4. And Jack brings up a good point. Boston lost their number 1 goalie. He went home to family matters.
Wow.
So does that give you an edge there with Boston?
Well, if you're playing with number 2, yeah.
Well, their number 2 is pretty good too. But,
right.
They're in a fortunate situation there, but. No, like I said, I mean, the way the Flyers are playing right now, it doesn't matter who you put in front of them. They're gonna be in the games. But whether they win or lose, it's just gonna be experience. But I couldn't be like, oh, this team's gonna beat. You can't beat this team. You can't beat. They're playing too well and well coached. Is the big thing right now with them that they're. To even though they don't have the experience of maybe some other teams, but that youth and coaching is going to, and then the goaltending is going to be what's going to win out for them in the long run. So I don't, they're the least team. Sixers are a team that you're going to have to worry about as far as the playoffs. Phillies, I like their moves, but long term, I don't know how bright the future is.
Why?
Well, just because they need to get pitching. You need to get pitching. You need to get
They've needed pitching for a while though.
Well, they have, but they also have other moves that they had to make. Finding some holes. Because they got a little bit of a veteran team.
What did I miss? How did we jump back to baseball?
Oh no, we didn't. I was just saying, as far as just the Sixers or the Flyers are a team that we don't have to worry about. They have a bright future for a long time. And
he kind of segued into baseball after that.
No, we segued out of hockey. That's what we did.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
But,
we didn't
but,
segue
hang,
out.
but hang on a sec. So let's dissect this because you brought it up. So you bring Joe Girardi into Philadelphia, right?
Right.
Because you got rid of Kapler, okay, to reevaluate all this talent and do all the right things. The Flyers just went through it.
Yep.
With their team, right? Pretty much new coach, new philosophy, new GM, right? So you don't think that move is coming with the Sixers?
Oh well, it will be, yes. And they have a couple of building spots, but it's just a matter of if they're going to be able to make the whole thing work. That's all. Just as far as because they have a lot of other teams that they have to get ahead of. With basketball, they're good, but like I said, give them a new coach. That's the problem. Who's that coach that's going to be the guy that's going to take them over the top? That's the big key. We were fortunate with the Phillies to get Girardi. AV was available for the Flyers to get. Who's that guy in basketball? To get.
You need a good young coach to come out of college, much like the Celtics did, and you bring in a system. You get the players to buy into the system.
So do you think it's all coaching? Do you think that if they change coaching, they change the system as to how they attack, do you think that will change what's happening now?
Yes.
It'll be a big, yeah.
Do you think with the talent that we have now, that will make them a contender?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Give me Jay Wright to coach this squad, and I'll tell you what, he'll put you in the finals before you even get to change what beer you're drinking.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it definitely is definitely coaching. Is a big key. I mean, you just see it. We were up 13, and now it's we're up 6. At the end of the first period.
Nobody plays defense in basketball. That's a foregone conclusion. Nobody plays defense.
No, but you do when it comes to crunch time, and that's where the Sixers don't do it.
A play here and a play there. You know what I mean? Most of the time they're running 60 mile an hour, and that are shooting threes.
But the fourth quarter is when teams, the good teams, buckle down and say, okay, this is where the game's going to be shut down, and we're going to take over from here, and that's where the Sixers don't do it.
So Mr. Hockey brings up, can the coach shoot? No, but he can put his players in position to get better shots or to get a shot. Instead of just throwing the ball all over the yard, turning the ball over, not executing properly. So
yeah, getting Al Harris and Embiid and Horford, guys to play together more instead of being individual guys playing out there. That's what we need. Ben Simmons got hurt, so it kind of you don't see it, but the move to take and make Shake Milton the point guard.
That's a desperation move because they had nobody.
Right. So now they're kind of forced to go that way now because of Ben Simmons being hurt, but did that lead to Ben Simmons getting hurt a little bit? Being in a different position that maybe he wouldn't have been if that wasn't the case. Who knows? But like I said, that's desperation, it's just not what the Sixers need. And Brett Brown was brought here to lose, throughout the process. And now we needed that coach that's going to win. If we can find that guy, they have pieces here to work around. It's just a matter of do they have the full team to be able to work around and make it work. No.
Makes sense.
We lost Jimmy Butler, for what that's worth.
Who apparently had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, he went off last night.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's up till 3 o'clock in the morning shooting, practicing, dribbling. But
He didn't want to
Yeah.
play here.
well, because he coaching.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you blame him?
He knew that he was calling out Brett Brown right in the middle of games during playoffs. He saw the writing on the wall that he wasn't good enough. But
All right,
And,
so
you know-
the most important game of the night is 8:00.
yes, it is.
We're winding down on the show. Let's get some predictions in for tonight. Mario, what do you got? Who you picking for the game tonight?
Definitely picking the Flyers. I think it's going to be close. I'm going 3-1.
3-1 Flyers. John,
Yep.
you got a pick for us?
Oh yeah, the Flyers are winning. That's going to be good. We just got to survive that first 10 minutes for Montreal, because I think that obviously they're going to throw the kitchen sink at them for that first 10 minutes.
The kitchen sink's not allowed on the ice. That's not a.
They're throwing it all out there. So if we can survive that first 10 minutes, and then Hart was there doing his thing. I could see a nice 2-1 win.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a close game. I mean, Montreal's a gritty team. You might get that extra empty netter at the end to make it a 3-1 game. But
all right. Well, we're all thinking along the same lines. I like it.
absolutely.
I'm thinking a 4-2 Flyers win. They get the early goal and the Canadians just chase the puck all night. So
yeah, like to see that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, it's just a matter of I would like to see the top line get a goal.
Got to get going.
Yeah.
Get something. I mean, Voracek's got 2 goals, but the one
Got to
was
get
kind
that
of
power. Get that power play going, right? Got to get that
Yeah.
going. Got to get the power play going and beat. They're getting the puck. They're getting the puck to the net. I just don't. For whatever reason, Montreal just has kind of, slowed the Flyers down a little bit. I just think we need quicker passes. Once we get the first one, we'll be okay.
Right. I think too. The Flyers have been playing really well. I think Price has really kept them in the games as much as anything. I mean, they've had more chances, the Flyers, and but Price has just has been almost as good, but just a little bit less than Carter Hart there. When your team's not scoring any goals, you can't win games. That's not Price's fault. He's made the games a lot closer than they were. I mean, there's been a couple times I'm like, oh, score, nope, that he's stepped up and did his job. So, but like I said, that first goal is going to be the key to get that and go from there.
Johnny, why don't you take a couple of minutes and go back over number 26, because it's I think it's a number that we need to redefine, with everybody, and you could pretty much eliminate the basketball guy and the football guy.
Oh yeah,
no,
and the out of towner. Don't forget him.
Oh yeah, that guy named Wade.
Yeah.
Some
Not
guy
Ed
named Wade.
No, 26. We got a good matchup here. We got two guys that are well deserved, in Chase Utley and Brian Propp. And it's this whole game's a matter of who. It's all defined by you, the viewers, and the voters here, as far as who wore it best. Is that your favorite player that you growing up? Was that the best player of that number? Is it the Hall of Famer versus a guy that may not be, or a world champion versus a guy that's not. It's just, is it my favorite sport? That's the reason why I'm going with that person. There is no wrong reasons for it. You got two big guys here, Chase Utley and Brian Propp. That Philadelphia will be well honored to have either guy representing them on our list for 26. Unfortunately, we don't have a number 2 on here to fill, so both of them can win. So
in that respect, what do we do if there's a tie? Like Carl asked before, are we going by our 3 votes?
Well, yeah, you're going to have Proper. It's going to be the winner in that aspect because you got 2-1.
Well, no, you got Mario and myself with Prop.
Right.
You got John and Anthony with Chase.
That's a tie.
Chase, and Lauren with Kyle.
Right. So that's a tie.
That's the way I see it.
Right.
It'll also end up being a tie. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't think it'll come down to being a tie, but.
Well, you're awful confident in Chase Utley.
No, I'm not confident in either guy. I just don't think, because once the voting starts going, I mean, the only one that was close was that, and then Rick Tocchet pulled it away was 22. We had a real close vote, and with 700 votes for each guy, it was
All
up
right.
there.
Well, I'll ask the question because it's on the board. Why can't it be a tie?
Right.
Well, if the numbers come that way, yeah, sure, it'll be a split die, and both guys win, if that's the case. But I don't see it working out that way. But when you have 1,500 votes or 1,300 votes, I don't see it being a tie. But maybe.
I think it's gonna be close.
But usually one guy holds out. So
I think this is going to be the closest one we have yet.
Yeah, maybe. Tocchet and Schmidt were close. I mean, that was within like 30 or 40 votes.
Yeah, but that was Schmidt's second number.
It was. but I mean, it was still that was the closest one. I didn't know how it was going to go. I mean, the right person in Tocchet won it, of course. But
are we accepting mail-in ballots?
Well, it depends. The mail gets in on time.
Should we get China and Russia involved?
God.
And should we do a TikTok video?
Maybe you can. We can do that. We can do whatever we want. This is our show.
That's true. That's true.
Oh God.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, it's this one's going to run out. We'll have it run its course because this one will be out there for the whole week. We'll end up letting it run the whole week, and up until Wednesday, somebody will pull away a little bit,
right?
And that little bit might be 15, 20 votes, but we'll see how.
Well, everyone get your votes in, and if you're a friend of Jack, you know where you need to go there.
Yeah.
Jack's a good guy. Jack's a real good guy, and I'd like none other than to see Brian Propp win for the proper collection guy. And he'll be here September 19th, so we can let him know that he won.
That could be another inscription for that night.
There you go.
Right?
This fan's view number 26 winner.
I wasn't thinking along those lines, but I like it.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie Brogdon just jumped on, and great game today by Connor. He came in and shut them down.
Yep.
That kid just needs a chance to play. He just needs to get innings, behind him. He's got a big arm, arm. He's got a major league out pitch, and it was great. It was great to see him come in today.
Yes, it was.
So,
Yeah, I recorded it, and it'll be posted up on the Phillies post today with the whole
Nice.
this whole win in there, just in case Stephanie wasn't able to see it today. I recorded
You know,
it for.
have we ever blocked anybody from our page? Because there's a certain individual that's talking about a cheap plug, keeps giving us cheap shots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought he was our friend.
Yeah.
He is. That's why he's busting on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it was a bad cigar today. Wasn't one of the good ones.
Yeah. Must have been dipped in something. I don't know.
Yeah, you can always tell. You can always tell when he's having a good day.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But
Well,
no,
we're missing two of our favorites, and they had a dinner engagement, so we let them off the hook.
oh yeah. Yep. I mean, it was definitely good.
Yep.
Definitely good.
Great
Definitely
show.
Yep. You want to do some takeaways?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Why not?
We'll
Why
start
not?
with you, Carl. What do you got?
Well, it's been a really fun time here with Philly sports, with baseball being back and hockey and basketball, football getting started. So I really think it's taken people a lot of pressure off of people. Give them something to do. I know the hockey people are excited for the Flyers, and the baseball people are excited for the Phillies, and rightfully so. Looks like we're going to have a football season after all. So Philly sports is it's great right now, and I'm excited for it. I'm a big fan of sports, so I'm just ecstatic to have it all back. And we got three leagues going right now, multiple games day and night, so it's a lot of fun. So I'm just excited to have sports back, and that's my takeaway.
Absolutely.
All right. John, what do you got?
Well, again, with the the whole everything's working well with sports. We got things seem to be calmed down in baseball for the most part. And basketball and hockey are working well. Hopefully the NFL is going to work well. That we can have a nice football season this year. I think this, we're showing how great we are as Americans. We're fighting through this and coming out on the better end of it. And I think we just took Kyle up to Penn State this weekend or on Monday, and everything really worked well and smoothly. I think you're going to see a lot of changes for the good coming out of COVID, as far as how things are ran in our country, maybe a little bit more. Hopefully we can look at the positive that way out of things. And since Sixers are down 8 now, after being up 13 or whatever it was, just like that, they're down. So we got a little bit negative. So we gotta always be looking at the positives.
Last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Last 2 minutes.
Well, hopefully we can get to that last 2 minutes for the Sixers. But yeah, no, I think hopefully it's showing that people are hopefully we get more people being more responsible, and things will be out there and getting turned around, and life will be back to normal, and go from there.
All right.
Yep.
So I got two things. I'm going to answer Ryan's question that he asked earlier about one of my favorite people in the whole world, Ruben Amaro. How do I think he's doing in the booth? I don't think he's doing too bad. I think he's got a lot of good insight. I did not expect to actually enjoy hearing him make comments during the game, but I actually do enjoy it. That's one. Two, on a personal note, I celebrated 33 years with the company that I work for, which I almost did not make the show tonight because of that.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Sometimes
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm still employed, so we'll say it's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I know some of my coworkers watch the show, even though they're not from this area, but they still watch the show because they enjoy it. So hi to them if they're watching today, if they watch it later. On that note, we will see you next Wednesday, 6:30.
Get your votes in. Get your votes in.
Absolutely.
Brian Prop, greatest flyer ever. Get your votes in.
All right, that's it. Another
Sounds
good
good.
show.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.